Well, the election is over, the votes are counted, and gee, guess who won? The Conservatives have gotten a majority government, and while I'm not overly happy about that, the people have spoken, or have they? Turns out when it comes to adding individual votes together, Stephen Harper only got about 40% of the votes, which means the majority of Canada still does not want him to be Prime Minister. But that's what you get with a system that says that the leader of the party that has the most seats becomes the Prime Minister. Remember my video that I offered America that we should trade leaders for a while and to sweeten the pot we were throwing Gilles Duceppe in for free? If you're not completely satisfied, we'll even throw in Gilles Duceppe for free. Seriously, that's 2 for 1. Great deal. Gilles Duceppe has wanted out of Canada for a while and we really don't want him anyway. Well, it turns out Quebec didn't want him either. Not only did Gilles Duceppe lose his seat in Montreal, but only 4 members of the Bloc Québécois won. And seeing that's not enough to make the party official anymore, those 4 people are going to go to the House of Commons, but they're only being known as representatives. So yes, Bloc Québécois is gone. So what contributed to their loss? Well, another bit of history in the making. It turns out Quebec rejected the Bloc in favor of the NDP, and now the NDP is the official opposition. During the opinion polls when the NDP was climbing up, this turned out to be called the Orange Wave. But around here locally is known by a different name, but quite honestly, I don't really remember what it was. I get it. I do remember something about the last election, something that was bugging me. What was it? Another thing that's on my mind about this is the low turnout at the polls. Now I've been looking this up and apparently only 59% of the registered voters went out and voted. That's actually the lowest in the history of Confederation. Oh yes, the voter turnout. Well, back in 2008 it was only 58%, but this time it rose a little bit to 61%. It's okay, but it could do better, but I think the main reason why it did better this time was because of the youth and all the vote mobs, encouraging everyone to vote. But really, is there a way that could improve the vote turnout for future elections? Well, on the day after the election, the Telegram released an article that has some suggestions from Amanda Bittner. And it says here, there are a number of ways to increase the voter turnout. Charging fines to people who don't vote, adopting more competitive proportional representation systems, and lowering the voting age. Maybe. People who vote on their first few elections tend to be voters for life. So Bittner said if you can introduce it to high school students, they're likely to stick with it. You know what? I actually kind of agree with this.
This is a love song to Canada from all of us, the Conservative Party. Thank you, Canada, for voting us back in. We're really sore losers, so it's important that we win. You said you kind of like us, and we kind of like you too. But now the election's over, it's time to tell the truth. We love you, Canada, but we don't like Quebecers. We love you, Canada, but we don't like Indians too. Every time I see an Indian, he's wearing this big dead bird hat. We love you, Canada, but not most of you Canadians.
Don't get the wrong idea about our party. There are many Canadians of whom we approve.
Like CEOs, CFOs, millionaires, billionaires, anyone in pharmaceuticals. And we have lots of friends who don't like the kind of people we do.
We truly love this country, no matter how you spin it. Our only problem is there's other people in it. We love you, Canada, but we can't stand the artists. We love you, Canada, but we can't stand homosexuals.
The reason we cut arts funding is because all artists are homosexuals.
We love you, Canada, but we hate lots of Canadians. We love you, Canada,
But we hate Newfoundlanders.
we love you, Canada,
But we hate Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver.
we love you, Canada.
mess up my trash at night.
We love you, Canada, but we hate all you Canadians. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think my cheeks just burned. Oh, Orange Crush. Where did they come up with that name?